What about those most beautiful cities on the planet? And I open a small parenthesis about the smallest and the most magical that exists, and which is the best. This is the great San Miguel de Allende. This city was founded in 1542 by the Franciscan friar Fray Juan de San Miguel, who baptized the settlement as San Miguel el Grande. It was an important crossing point of the old Camino Real, part of the Silver Road that connected with Zacatecas and Texas. In 2002, San Miguel de Allende was declared as magical town. After this title was withdrawn because on July 2008, it was registered by UNESCO as a cultural heritage of humanity. The distinction was granted due to its cultural and architecture contribution to the Mexican Baroque and its importance in the fight of independence of Mexico from Spain. In 2017, it was named by Travel and Leisure magazine as the best city in the world for its quality of service, friendliness, gastronomy, cleanliness, shopping experience, and mobility, as well as its great cultural contribution, architectural beauty, and places of entertainment. And now let's start with my list of places, my recommendations. Number 1. Parroquia de San Miguel Archangel. It is a building built in 1709. However, its current facade was made between the years 1880 and 1890 by Seferino Gutierrez, and it is currently the main symbol of the city, being one of the most representative religious temples in the country. And this, the parish of San Miguel Archangel, is what can be seen from a distance, almost like the typical castle, and that is always in the center of an important place. Number 2. Museums. The museums in San Miguel de Allende are simply a good treat. They are like a definite rest area if you spend time in this great city. Museums such as the Toy Museum, they take you to the most fanciful and imaginary Mexico, to the most folkloric Mexico, and to the world of movies, which is amazing. And even many know almost nothing about this world of movies in Mexico. And speaking of this, I am going to reveal something that will continue to make you hallucinate. This will be something that will intrigue you and want to buy your tickets right now, or want to start doing everything you need to make your trip now. The first clue is related to the last I will recommend to you, and to one of our greatest icons in Mexico. And he's the super and most famous, recognized, the great Mario Moreno Cantinflas, and his great world of fantasy and wonders. Don't move.
Place number 3. The Viewpoint of San Miguel. And the biggest must-see in this city is, without thinking twice, its Viewpoint.
There is a tram that will take you to the top of this place. Come on, my friend, I know you will do it since it is a must-see in San Miguel de Allende.
This tramway, it's a tour that will take you to the most important places, and they will explain its history, every detail of each site. Here I introduce you that this tour walks you and quickly introduces you to the official old cemetery of San Miguel, in which the famous tour of night legends is also done. This for me is undoubtedly one of the key places of your visit to San Miguel de Allende. It will seem strange to you that I am mentioning this to you, but listen and try to feel the positive energy of what I am going to tell you now. The first time I came to San Miguel de Allende, I remember something, and it has to be with this writing here. I was really shocked, like wow, it's a message that it's very attached to Mexico. And you know what Day of the Dead is, and how we see the issue of death in Mexico. and that even a lot of people do not understand us. Well, here is the thing. When you enter this cemetery, there is a writing on the doors, which nobody ever imagined that this writing would merge with the Aztec culture, forming the so famous Day of the Dead. That's right, the Day of the Dead is the union of the pagan European culture with the Aztec culture. And this writing, it's made with those two cultures. You will realize in the art, in the artistic pieces, that this subject it's very placed here and that it has nothing to do with negativity. On the contrary, I have already started to talk about this more in my other videos. If you want to go more in depth, go watch them.
Well, since you were faithful and have followed what I have asked of you, here is what I promised to you and what was that thing that was related with this great Mexican icon, the actor Mario Moreno Cantinflas.
Cantinflas was and still is part of the world of Mexican and international cinema. You can find Cantinflas playing various characters, from a simple sweeper to a father priest, within these wonderful settings and worlds. And let it be said about the cartoon, in which it captures 100% of its magical atmosphere.
Yes guys, and with this great sunlight, very beautiful shiny sunlight, here I'm going to ask you, have you ever seen a Cantinflas movie? If it's so, which one of them have you seen it before? Comment here below on the comments. And why am I talking about this? Well, because I am going to recommend, if one day you had a chance, that you could stay in what was his mansion, which is now the most famous hotel in San Miguel de Allende. You will find this location as the Posada La Ermita, a few blocks from the Jardín Allende, and very close to all the main attractions of San Miguel. And why am I giving to you this recommendation and talking about all of this? Well, since now I want to, and with this we can begin to emphasize to the Mexican movies. In Mexico, the importance of cinema has gone further than just cinema. In Mexico, the theme of movies, stories, fairy tales, myths, legends, the fantasy that exists in this world, vibrant colors, the contrast between dark and light, traditions, culture, everything spiritual, positive, have been the most important thing. And I am not just talking about all this related to Mexican culture. I am talking in general. The integration of all this, the sum of all the above, is what has helped Mexico get out all the adversity that we have had to experience, from invasions, massacres, earthquakes, crises of many types, corruption, pandemics, mental manipulations. And what I am going to recommend is that you also do it, even if the people of your country or town are not motivated to do it. You do it. It doesn't matter if the rest don't agree. Get used to leaving your comfort zone. This is very healthy. And this is the last thing I want you to stay with. Pay close attention. It is that great philosopher Byung-chul has said that a life without rituals, without traditions, is a life in decline. And that rituals give stability to life, that you are required to involve with everything that has to do with culture, that this is a way to progress positively. Only then you will not harm yourself or your environment.
And now, just as a plus, I add you to the list these titles of these other activities, events, and places of interest that may interest you, and that San Miguel offers countless of things to the tourist people, which I will be able to share with you these titles more specifically in my next videos.
And with this I am going to end this video, but not before inviting you to watch my other videos, the ones I've been making with a lot of effort and love, of course. Subscribe to my channel and give me your like. And also don't forget to activate the bell to be notified about my new videos. I am Villa Moreno, and goodbye or ciao.